Hi, and welcome to my place, and welcome onto the deck, where for the last few years I've been totally immersed in something I call the grill to obsession lifestyle, and I've been completely obsessed with my Kamado cooker. But not just any Kamado, my Kamado Joe. Right about now you're asking yourself, who and what is a Kamado Joe? Well, stay tuned, because I'm the Grateful Griller, and I'm here to ignite your passion for grilling. Hi, and welcome to this episode on Getting Started with Your Kamado Joe. I'm your host, the Grateful Griller, and thanks so much for joining me. Today, I'm going to show you how to assemble your Kamado Joe. But before I do that, I want to go on a journey back in time with you to ancient Japan, 2,000 years ago in fact, to the Kofun era, where the wealthy in society back in those days had one, if not multiple, Kamado-style cookers that resemble your Kamado Joe in their houses. Now, these Kamados had two primary purposes. Number one, to heat the house, and number two, to feed family, friends, and relatives coming over. So you can quickly figure out why they were such cherished and prized possessions back in the day. Fast forward to present day, and thanks in most part to huge technological advancements in high-quality, high-fire ceramic formulas and metal fabrication, your Kamado Joe is a state-of-the-art earthen vessel, and it stems from a rich and ancient history, and it's going to guarantee you and your family a lifetime of grilling and cooking memories. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into this box and see what we've got. So once you take delivery of your Kamado Joe, or perhaps you'll pick it up at your local retailer, you'll notice that it'll come in a box sturdy, strong, and compact like the one you see here. I've taken the liberty to cut the retention straps off that hold these boxes together. So we're just going to pop the top off this, move that piece out of the way. The other convenient thing about these boxes, which I love, is the fact that all four walls come apart like building blocks. Makes it easier on the back and way more convenient to get the Kamado Joe into the stand. So these walls just come apart like this. Take the back off, and then the side. Now we're ready to empty our Kamado Joe vessel to lighten it up and make it even easier to get into the stand as well. So take the top portion of our card off, open it up gently, and remove all the inner components. Now, extra word of caution, when taking the last two pieces out of the Kamado Joe, which are the fire ring and the fire box, they're made of ceramic, so you want to be careful. Making sure to put them in a convenient place out of the way. Last but not least, our fire box. And then we'll gently close the lid. And now we're ready for the lift assist into the stand. Sean, if you could please come on in here. We've taken the liberty to put the top piece and the bottom piece together. We've fastened it with 4 screws on either corner, and you'll notice the convenient lockable casters on the bottom of the stand. Now that 1 or 2 people can conveniently put one of these Kamado Joes into the stand, but 2 hands are better than 1. So here we go. Gently lift, 1, 2, 3. Into the stand it goes. Last piece here, we're going to take our bottom portion of the stand, move that out of the way. This piece of cardboard and get that out of the way. Thanks so much, Sean. Now I'm going to simply unlock the casters, move my Kamado Joe into place on my deck, and now we're ready for Terminology 101. Now that your Kamado Joe is safe in its stand and secure on your deck, it'd be a perfect time to go over Terminology 101 and get familiar with the features and benefits that make up the interior and exterior components of our cooker. First and foremost, we have our powder-coated cast iron top vent, an essential part of your cooker, and it plays a main role in temperature control. The oversized temperature gauge makes it easy so that when we're grilling middle of the day or into the late hours of the evening, you're never going to have to worry again about squinting to see what temperature you're cooking at. Kamado Joe's lid and base is made of a high-quality, high-fired to 1800 degree ceramic formula made in a state-of-the-art, quality-controlled factory. The exterior baked-on, non-toxic, heat-resistant glaze comes in 2 colors, the attractive red and the Joe Black version, and it'll guarantee the wow factor and aesthetic quality of your cooker for a lifetime. Moving on from there, we have our metal componentry kit that makes up our Kamado cooker. Available in 3 different kinds of steel: powder-coated galvanized, powder-coated stainless, and straight stainless. Going from there, the bamboo side table mates. Now there's features and benefits, and they're stacked row by row. First, it's an organic, green, and sustainable story. Bamboo actually will grow back in as little as one growing season. It's 30% lighter, 30% harder, and 50% less prone to shrinkage, which means the warpage and splitting potentially of the wood is drastically reduced. Bamboo also has a natural antimicrobial agent called bamboo coon, which protects the bamboo from fungus, mold, and mildew, making it one of the hardest and most resilient woods in the world today. And it's also a fact, it's called nature's wooden steel for a reason. Its strength to weight ratio makes it in fact stronger than steel. Believe it or not, it's true. Bamboo handle as well, with all the same features and benefits that I discussed already about the table mates. Moving to the bottom of our Kamado Joe unit, we have our stainless steel draft door, also plays an integral role with temperature control. And finally, the powder-coated cast iron cart, with 2 lockable caster wheels, stands strong and sturdy for the lifetime of your Kamado Joe. Now that we've gone over the exterior components of your Kamado Joe from the top down, let's go inside the cooker and work from the bottom up. First off, let's open our lid. Then we're going to take our ceramic firebox and insert it into the basin of our Kamado Joe cooker. Important to note that your draft door should be open at this point, and make sure the draft door and the firebox are in line, and you're going to fire up every time. Next, we'll insert our powder-coated cast iron fire grate. In conjunction with the firebox, this is what your natural lump charcoal sits in. Then, we have our ceramic fire ring. 2 sides, a smooth and a notched. We'll put it in notches facing up to accommodate future accessories to fit the fire ring. Finally, we have our 304 stainless steel cooking grid. Convenient because it has a trap door for wood chips. It's stainless steel, so it's durable, and it won't chip like porcelain tends to. Also want to point out our fire retardant gasket on the lid and on the base of our Kamado Joe cooker. It's there to seal the lid to the base to keep all that heat inside your cooker. Now, we'll gently close our lid. And last but not least, talk about our ash tool. Now, unlike a lot of companies who charge you for this device, which is an essential tool to stir around residual charcoal in the firebox of your Kamado Joe cooker, Kamado Joe have decided to throw it in free of charge. And it can hang conveniently on the utensil pins found on the sides of your bamboo side shelves. Kamado Joe warranties your cooker for 20 years on ceramics, 5 years on metal parts, 1 year on cast iron, and 30 days on felt gaskets and temperature gauges. This brings us to the end of this episode, and I want to personally thank you for joining me today. We want to make sure you get the most out of your Kamado Joe, so please do check out our other videos. If there's a particular topic of interest or a question you may have, just go to www.kamadojoe.com and you're guaranteed to find a friendly, engaging, customer service-oriented, not to mention passionate griller at Kamado Joe headquarters. On behalf of Kamado Joe, I'm the Grateful Griller, reminding you to feed that fire and the desire to take your grilling games higher.